Hello everyone, welcome back to another sharing video on Dinh Duy Cuong's channel. In today's video, I will share with you a question from one of my students. So the student asked how to create a foundation layout diagram in Gerber software. And if you're watching these videos but haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please hit the subscribe button to support Dinh Duy Cuong's channel. And if you're interested in the courses on Dinh Duy Cuong's website, you can visit dinhduycuong.com.vn and check out the courses available there. Now I'll get right back to sharing this with you. I'll use this as an example. This is the layout where we need to arrange the pieces for fusing foundation. First, you will select all the pieces that need to be fused onto the foundation and move them down to the workspace area. Hold down the right mouse button and drag around the pieces you want to move into the workspace. Move your mouse and left click here and you'll have placed them down. These are also the pieces that we will place into the area where we will apply the foundation glue. After we've finished selecting like this, you need to choose the fabric size. For example, if your foundation glue press machine only has a width of 70, then in the width section you should enter the width as around 67 or 68. For example, if it's 70, you should only enter 67 or 68 because we need to have a buffer area around it, right? After making the adjustments, you will save this layout. Yes. And you will return to the AccuMark Explorer section and right-click on the layout where we just placed the pieces. You will set it to Auto Trash. You will set it to Auto Trash with Gerber AccuNet here. When this window appears, check the box for net marker for me. Next, for this line, select Full, and for the most important line where we choose the trash type, select Reset Marker for me and check the box for Unplace on Piece. That means we won't trash the details on the menu, but only the details we've selected below in the workspace. Next is the number of minutes here. So for example, I'll set it to 1 minute, but when you actually trash, you can set it to more minutes. Next up is the netting option section. Could you please check the second line for me so that it won't take the specific details from the menu area down below, but will instead only trash the details found below. After making your selection, click OK and wait for about a minute as we just set for it to finish trashing. So this is the layout that we just selected, and please wait a moment. It will run. In about a minute it will finish running and then we can continue with the next steps. And this is the software, Gerber AccuMark 17. If any of you want to install the service, you can inbox me via Zalo using the phone number I've displayed on the screen. I can provide the installation service for you. Also, if you're interested in courses, you can go to the courses section on the website dinhduycuong.com.vn to check out all of these courses. If you want to check out any course, you can click on that course and it will display all the information about it for you to review. You can read all that information before you register for the course. And if you have any questions, you can message me on Zalo at this phone number and I will give you advice beforehand so you can enroll in the course that best suits your needs. Alright, so that's the end of our 1 minute session, and now let's open the diagram that we just created. So please go ahead and open the marker section for me, but it is important to keep in mind that this is the diagram we opened before we created the layout. Therefore, we need to open the newly updated diagram. You can click on this triangle button and select Open Original, then it will open the diagram that we just created. So this is exactly the part that we just laid out on the 67 centimeter width. And when you lay it out like this, if you don't add a buffer area around it, it's very likely that after we fuse the interfacing onto the fabric, it will shrink. And as a result, when you cut out each small piece, the measurements might end up being off. So that's why in the Gerber software, there's a very useful command. You can add a buffer area around by going to the fabric section. And you'll see here there's a command called Create under the Block Fuse section. You click on this Create button, then you'll see a window called Create Block Fuse. You will carefully hold down the right mouse button, select all of these specific details, and then simply click on the rectangle section for me, please. So now there is a buffer area, a surrounding buffer, and you can see that the buffer area around is about 1 centimeter, and this buffer area around it can be completely adjusted. If you want to make adjustments, you can go into the View section, then into Settings, and you can modify the block form section. If you want to, say, change it to about 2 centimeters or 3 centimeters or 0.5, you can adjust it here. After that, you click Save and then click OK. Then this buffer area, the area around it, will be just as you selected, okay? So after you've selected this, now there's extra fabric size, so you'll need to adjust it back to the original fabric size. Enter. And at this point, you'll see that this is the part we will cut out to apply the adhesive backing. After that, I'll cut it into small pieces, which will ensure that our measurements are very precise. And after I've laid them out like this, now you can continue to lay out all the details that are up here. You'll right click and select all the details to move them down here, right? After that, you'll click save it, and then return to the AccuMark Explorer section. You'll right click again and let it auto nest the pieces. Let it auto nest the pieces again. At this point, you'll still keep the same settings like this, right? Just like when we were fusing the interfacing earlier. From there, you still click on Unplace and then simply click on Do Not. Click OK. So after you click OK, you just need to wait for a specific period of time equal to the time you just set for auto nesting. Alright, just wait for it to finish up the process. And now we just wait again. You can see that when it's nesting like this, any parts that are within a region where we've allowed them to be nested and set a buffer around them will stay in place and no other parts will mix in. Let me give an example. This layout has finished nesting. I'll click OK to finish it. I'll use this example so as not to waste your time. Now, let's open the layout that we just automatically nested. Click on the triangle for me, and then select Open Original. That will open up the latest layout for us. So as you can see, the layout has been nested, and any parts that are in the area where we set the buffer and applied the foundation glue remain in place. They don't get mixed up with any other parts. Okay, so I've just shared with you the detailed instructions on how to nest layouts with foundation glue. And remember to subscribe to Dinh Duy Cuong's channel to support it. And if any of you want to check out the course, you can visit the website dinduycuong.com.en to find more information there. Goodbye, and see you in the next sharing videos.